Shadows Over Ilinalta is a quest mod for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim by the mod author Schlitzohr. The mod overhauls locations around Lake Ilinalta and adds a few new dungeons and 10 quests. Schlitzohr's mod enhances numerous vanilla exteriors and introduces 8 fresh locations within Falkreath Hold. Each site features fully voiced NPCs complete with unique dialogue and quest offerings. The character writing is exceptional, providing these quests with significant replay value. The experience closely mirrors the quest design seen in Falkhurst, another project by the same mod author. In this mini-series of videos, I will share my review and observations of most quests added by Shadows Over Ilinalta. The focus will be on quest design, lore and writing, just like my Beyond Skyrim Bruma, Helgen Reborn, Falkhurst and other videos. Let's get started then. We start this quest at the Falkreath Watchtower. As seen in our previous episode, we learn how the mod has overhauled the location, added new NPCs. We talk to a necromancer named Smilosa.
Yes?
Do you rule over this tower?
Rule is an overstatement. I merely reside here for the time being. A Colovian tower for a Colovian wizard. Fitting, I guess. That is, until I know how to move on from this damn mess.
What mess?
My whole life, pretty much. My sister is dead, and I'm partly to blame for it, and my former friends are a bunch of spineless money grubbers who don't care. Oh, and I haven't talked to the only person who really cared about me, beside my sister, in months. And over there is the ghost of my sister I raised when I was drunk. Because I'm afraid of being alone. Now I can't even lay her to rest properly. Because somehow I'm not able to expel her.
How can I help?
What? You would help me? Sorry for acting all upset. It's nothing personal. It's all just too much for me. Maybe you can help. I heard of a relic that could help me to free Hrabra from the shackles I brought upon her. It is in prayer book of some saint of Arkay. It is kept within some hidden shrine in the Druidak Mountains to the far west. I don't know more about it, but if you are able to find it and bring it to me, there will be riches waiting for you.
So you said something about Colovia.
Yes, there still are a lot of us in Falkreath, and unlike most Kreathi, we won't just become Nords. We have our own culture, our own history. Our ancestors fought for Tiber Septim and Emperor Zero before anyone else. All right then.
Don't bother me.
So, we have to travel to the Reach and find this prayer book. At the Reach, we find the Chapel of Arkay, but first take care of some foes.
What did I ever do to you? Ah! Come out of the window. He's
like
dead.
that was the last of them. But we should be cautious in case there are others.
We enter the chapel to find a surprise.
Victory is ours. I've always wanted to say that.
We find the prayer book. It is time to head back. Alright, Smilosa. We have arrived from the Reach. Here is the book.
Wow. Let's see if it is what was promised. It's time to say farewell, so give me a moment. Krabra, I'm sorry. I made many mistakes. It was my duty to take part in the ritual, and you took my place. Paid the price for me like you always did. And what I did to you afterwards was wrong and even more selfish. It is too late to do better. Too late to rectify anything. But I will try anyhow.
You are right, but you knew me better than anyone else. I bear no grudges. I expect you to live up to your words, little sister. Do better and stop with this self-loathing attitude. It doesn't suit you. Don't go back to Mama. We should have left years ago. This was also my fault. I should not have been idle. I was the big sister.
Please, have no regrets. Especially not because of me.
It's a bit too late for that anyway, isn't it? It is time. Let me go. Wait, one last thing. Get over yourself and talk to Helda.
Farewell, sister. That wasn't easy. But thank you for helping me out. Please take this for finding the prayer book. I want to meet a good friend of mine. His name is Helder. We grew up together. But I haven't talked to him in many months. He lives on the big island in Lake Ilinalta, Worm's Crown. Please tell him to meet me above Shadelight Grotto. He knows the place. There are a lot of memories attached to that place. Good and bad. And it's also the place I buried Hrabra.
So we are supposed to set up a meeting between Smilosa and one Helder. We are in idyllic Lake Ilinalta and visit this island where Helder resides.
Yes? Yes? What is it?
What is this place?
Worm's Crown. It's the name of both the island and this homely ruin I inhabit. It was built by the Kreathi a long time ago to honor the death god Orki. Rather unusual for Skyrim, but perfectly normal for Falkreath.
Who are the Kreathi?
The Men-of-Kreath were here before the Colovians and Nords. They were subjugated by the Aelids and later rebelled alongside Saint Alessia. After that, the Colovians became dominant in Falkreath, and it became part of the Colovian estates. Most of the Kreathi associated more with the Nords from then on, in defiance to being ruled by Imperials. Today, most Kreathi are indistinguishable from the average Nord, but some still practice our old craft in honor of Orki.
We learn about this ancient structure called Worm's Crown, built by the Krethi to honor Orke, who is the god of mortality in the religion of Nords. Wow, so we learn about an ancient group of people known as the Men-of-Kreath, who were in the Falkreath area before the Aelids and took part in the Alessian rebellion. If we read the book The Abadal A, which is first seen in the Knights of the Nine expansion of Oblivion, we learn about the Men-of-Kreath.
The Men-of-Kreath were an ancient tribe of Nedic people. They lived in the northern parts of Tamriel during the Merethic and early First eras, and were among the men herded as slaves from across the Neben by the Aelids. They were later known to be imported from the north.
In the book The Song of Pelinal V4, we understand how the Alessians consolidated land for the Men-of-Kreath.
During the times of the Alessian slave rebellion, the northern holdings retaken from the Aelids were consolidated for the Men-of-Kreath after the first pogrom. Based off their name and inhabitation of the north, the Men-of-Kreath may have originated from the region of Falkreath Hold in Skyrim, though it was sometimes considered part of Colovia in earlier history.
Let's continue chatting with Helder. Tell me about Lake Ilinalta.
It is the biggest lake, in the hold, and in the province that is. Some say it was created by a star falling down from the sky. I even heard the myth that Pelinal White Strake created it when he crossed the Gerald Mountains and crushed an Aeliad outpost with a single blow. To me it is just a lake, but it can't be denied that there is something strange about this place.
I have a message from Smilosa.
What a strange coincidence, I was just thinking about her. And she wants to meet? Now that makes me a bit nervous. Please, come along, that should make it less awkward. Millie, I'm sorry for not talking to you soon. I don't really know what to say. What happened to Harabra? How do you feel? What are you going to do now?
Relax. It is at least as much my fault as it is yours that we haven't talked for so long. Regarding Harabra, Mama picked me for the ritual of the Starless Night. Harabra wasn't having it and took my place. Of course it went wrong this time. The first time since we've been part of the Order, and the purple hue took her life. So this is pretty much also my fault. I raised her ghost later in a drunken stupor. But luckily our friend over there helped me to expel Harabra. She can rest now.
Wow, that's much to take in. But honestly, you shouldn't blame yourself. Harabra made this decision as your big sister, and it wasn't on you to deny her. Let Harabra rest in the knowledge that she has fulfilled her role as the guardian angel she always was for us. She would have wanted it that way. Please.
I know, and I try. But it isn't as easy to do as to say. Best to not keep talking about it. That doesn't make anything better.
After that long scene between Helder and Smilosa ends, the quest ends too. In the first quest, Grave Decisions, we meet the mysterious character named Mama. Here, Smilosa and Helder talk about Mama conducting a ritual which resulted in the death of Smilosa's sister. We also learn that both are part of an order of necromancers. That is fascinating. The quest, Prayer Book and a Meeting serves as a captivating follow-up, significantly deepening the world building of Falkreath. It begins by showcasing the mod's overhaul of the Falkreath Watchtower, introducing the player to the necromancer Smilosa. The true substance of the quest, however, lies in the arranged meeting between Smilosa and the mysterious Helder at the idyllic island location on Lake Ilinalta. The lengthy concluding scene is a narrative highlight, revealing that both Smilosa and Helder are members of the Order of Necromancers. It also touches on a past tragedy involving a character named Mama and the death of Smilosa's sister, setting up future plot threads. Beyond character development, the quest excels in integrating deep Elder Scrolls lore, providing details on the ancient Men-of-Kreath, and also links the mod story directly to the Alessian Slave Rebellion and the history of Falkreath Hold. Prayer Book and a Meeting fascinated me with the Elder Scrolls lore integration, but I wish the task of getting the Prayer Book was not a fetch quest guided by a quest marker. We start this quest immediately after completing the previous quest, where we learn about a test match between the minions of necromancers created by Helder and Smilosa.
Oh, I've honed my conjuration skills a lot. I'm the Skeleton King after all, and my pawns are more powerful than ever.
You should really drop this nickname. We ain't 9 years old anymore. But I can't wait to see how much you can back up those words. Your skeletons are no match for my ghosts. I demand a test match, your rattling hollow men against my elegant ghostly revenants.
Ha! We will see about that. I bet your ghost wouldn't even scare a Breton child. Let us prepare for battle and meet again in a few days. I leave the choice of battlefield up to you, Smilly. You are the girl after all.
Oh, suddenly you act all gentle and caring. I'll steal your thunder. Until then.
Until then, Smilly, I missed you. And thank you for helping us. You are now also part of our little circle of friends. No discussion. Here, take these soul gems. If you have no use for them, they should fetch a good price.
So, do you know Sminosa well?
Yes. Despite the loss of Rabra, it is like things between us are like they've always been. But now, I have to make some preparations for our match. Would you help me out once more?
Sure.
Great. I want to improve on my favorite skeleton. Its footwork is still lacking. Did you ever hear of Askir, of the 500 companions? He spread the news of Ysgramor's demise to all the different crews that sailed with him. And I want his feat, to improve my skeleton, of course. It is said that later in life Asgir challenged a dragon and fell in the ensuing battle. His remains should be scattered all over the bone-strewn crest, the lair of the aforementioned dragon in Eastmarch. If you are so lucky to find them, please bring Asgir's feet to me. All right then.
So we have to find the feet of Asgir, an Atmoran warrior and a member of the 5 original companions. We have to travel to Bone-Strewn Quest in Eastmarch. So we arrive at the mountaintop dragon lair south of Windhelm and find the feet near the chest out in the open. Unfortunately, a quest marker guided us to the solution. We have Asgir's left and right foot in our inventory. It is time to go back to Helder.
Divine smile on you, friend.
I have found Asgir's feet.
You are a real sleuth. No offense, though. These will work just fine. Best you pay Smilosa another visit. She should have decided on the battlefield by now.
Sure.
Good day.
What do you need, my friend?
Hey Smilosa, Helder is ready. Are you?
Of course he is. Always 2 steps ahead of me. I want to summon a legendary Alessian hoplite for the fight. Asmonid, last of the Men of Jay, who is said to have rooted out the worship of some Ayleid insect god. He was laid to rest in a crypt in the Gerald Mountains, this side of the border. Please search the tomb for a memento from Asmonid's possession. I'll look for a place for the match, meanwhile.
So Smilosa talks about Men of Gay. Who are they? If we read the book Abadal A, which is first seen in the Knights of the Nine expansion of Oblivion, we learn about the Men of Gay.
The Men of GE were an ancient tribe of Nedic people. They lived in the northern parts of Tamriel during the Merethic and early First eras, and were among the men herded as slaves from across the Niben by the Ayleids. Many of them were eventually destroyed when the Flower King Nilichi made a great sacrifice to a long-forgotten insect god.
In the book The Song of Perinal V4, we understand how the Men of Gay people took part in the Abyssian Slave Rebellion.
Some of the Men of GE were still active during the Alessian Slave Rebellion. Garrod, who belonged to the tribe of Men of GE, was mentioned in the Song of Pelinal. He once witnessed Pelinal Whitestrake succumbing to madness, and later asked him how it felt like. Pelinal responded that it felt like when the dream no longer needs its dreamer.
So we have to find a memento of one of the last Men of Gay in a cave in the Gerald Mountains. So this location is near the Bloodlet Throne. Let's go. We are here. Let's enter the place.
You're outmatched.
Win another battle, live another day. Well, live to fight another battle, I presume. It's a vicious cycle.
So we have to face the champion of the Flower King, which was mentioned in the Elder Scrolls lore. Amazing.
Comes for you now.
Is this what you want?
Here is the memento. Let's head back.
Of course you found something of use. Knew I could rely on you. I've also got an idea for the battlefield. There is a fort that sank into the lake. I'd like the battle to take place upon its remains. Bring Helder and meet me there. Farewell.
So Smilosa talks about a fort that sank into the lake. She was talking about Ilinalta's Deep. When we play Skyrim, we learn from a journal that the Imperial Legion used to have a fort along its shore, until the entire structure mysteriously sank into the water in a single day. The ruins became known as Ilinalta's Deep. So we talk to Helder, who takes us to the battlefield.
Divine smile on you. Good afternoon. Ilinalta's Deep, eh? Let's go.
Now we will see who is the best necromancer. Fight!
Ha! Rattlejaw will make short work of the ghostly legionary.
Asmonid is a hoplite. The Alessian soldiers were called hoplites, not legion. What a fight! But it has gotten late. Let's return to the other side of the lake. Come over tomorrow and we'll have a chat.
The next day, we talk to Smilosa.
The lake has a will of its own. Be careful around here. I don't know, but could you please do me another favor? I need a book on poetry. I feel like I need to write something down. I think the Bard's College should be the right place to look. I know I'm asking a lot of you recently, but I'll make it worth it.
So we get another fetch task. We have to visit the Bard's College of Solitude and get a book of poems. At the college, we talk to Viarmo.
I'm always happy to help someone who wants to pick up the fine arts. I have what you're looking for. Should also be beginner friendly. You can have the book, but our college is always in need of funds and I can't hand out our learning materials for free. Excellent. We will put your donation to good use. Here is the book.
Back to Smilosa.
What do you need, my friend? You did. Amazing. Now, please keep Helder busy for a while. I need some time to write down what I feel. Farewell.
So looks like she has some issues expressing her feelings to Helder.
Hey, good to see you again, friend. I could use your help once more. I'm in need of a special ingredient, Gleam Blossom, a beautiful, luminous flower. I only saw it once, together with Smilosa. A wandering mage showed it to us, when we were children. He said he found it somewhere in a cave, in the northwest of the Reach. If you find a few flowers in your travels, I would be happy to buy them off you.
Helder wants some ingredients. Wow. These missions are one fetch quest after another. Unfortunately, Gleam Blossom is only found in the inner sanctum of the Forgotten Vale. You can reach the area only if you do the Dawn Guard questline. Anyway, I have them in my inventory. Back to Helder.
Divine smile on you, friend. Wow, these are as beautiful as I remember. Of course you will have your reward. But please, stand by for a moment. Just in time.
Just in time. Elder, I don't know how to say it. So I wrote down what I have to say. Please read this.
Okay?
As a child, Etero...
Smilly, you wrote this? I would never have imagined that you would feel the way I do. Remember the Gleam Blossom? I even ran off with you because you wanted to find one by yourself. I love you. I always did.
Especially so.
I'm so happy, but also kind of overwhelmed right now. I don't know what to do next.
You don't need to do anything. Stay with me and we figure things out at our own pace.
All right, but be patient with me.
So, congratulations, Mr. Helder.
Thank you, friend. This wouldn't have worked out without you. Here is some gold for the flowers, and also take this book. It will show you how to summon my finest skeleton to aid you in battle. You have earned this, and remember, you are always welcome here.
I also want to thank you. Still owe you for the book, so here are some coins from me as well. I'll probably won't need my bed at the tower from now on, so you can stay there whenever you want. But hands off my other stuff.
And that completes the quest. So we see how Smilosa gives a book of poems and Helder gives her Gleam Blossom. They express their love for each other and they will now live together. Necromantic starts as an apparent rivalry between two necromancers, Helder and Smilosa. The quest is structured around a series of repetitive assignments. These tasks include finding the feet of Atmoran warrior Asgeir, locating a memento of the ancient Men-of-Kreath tribe, and retrieving a book of poems from Viarmo at the Bard's College. The final fetch task, getting Gleam Blossom for Helder, requires a player to have access to the inner sanctum of the Forgotten Vale. Despite the simple fetch quest structure, the quest is rich with deep Elder Scrolls lore. The narrative incorporates historical elements like the significance of Asgeir, a member of the original 500 companions, and extensive background on the Men-of-Kreath. Ultimately, the quest resolves the conflict between the two necromancers not as a magical showdown, but as a romantic entanglement. Smilosa and Helder use the fetched items, a book of poems and Gleam Blossom, as gifts to express their love for each other, concluding the quest with their decision to live together. Necromantic fascinated me with all the Elder Scrolls lore integration, but I wish the tasks in the quests were not fetch quests, guided by a quest marker. Alright guys, we have come to the end of this video. In the second part, we meet interesting characters of the Necromancy Order in the Falkreath Hold. As usual, Schlitzohr uses Elder Scrolls lore and creates stories that add depth to Falkreath Hold. Incredible writing and storytelling. I really went down the rabbit hole reading about the Men-of-Kreath and the Men-of-Kreath. What did you guys think about the quest we discussed today? Do share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to check out the next part. If you are still here, I appreciate you. Thank you all for watching and may the Divine's Garden keep you.